So you're standing about shin deep in snow. All around you is white. You look at the various buildings, and they're mostly just wood, intricate porches with elaborate railings. Heavy gray clouds are overhead. Occasionally, you see a bit of red sky peeking through, kind of like twilight, dusk, sort of the sky right now. The town around you is mostly just circling around the elevator that you guys came down, and to the north and every other direction, you just see towering mountains, snow-capped. And you 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess 4 because you've got an NPC with you, or just standing outside one of the many ranches of Yak. Welcome to a small town on the planet of Sloelve. What do you do?
What was her name again?
Magnolia.
That's what I thought. Okay, just check.
I forgot as well. Oh, and speaking of Magnolia, yeah, it all started hundreds of years ago. Burning fossil fuels.
No.
Global warming.
Global warming, she says, putting her fingertips almost touching together.
Is someone like eating the
Aurelio?
Aurelio, you're doing a little bit of a tip tap on your mic there. Just a little bit.
You're like eating it.
Let me fix that. How about now?
You sound good. Aurelio, please roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
I didn't do anything yet. I haven't even said anything.
It doesn't
This
matter.
isn't fair.
It doesn't matter.
Your death is here for you.
Why are you picking on me? A dexterity saving throw or just regular?
Dexterity saving throw.
God damn it. Why is this so...
Okay. The yak makes a sound, and then with its big meaty chompers, it reaches out and tries to clamp down on your fingers real quick, but then using your deft, agile abilities, you quickly yank your hand away before it gets a little bit of a nibble in on there. And then the old man, very pale in complexion and white curly hair, laughs at you.
Maxwell, that is not how a prize yak.
Ooh, you gotta be careful, youngin'.
Thanks for telling me. Go dark.
And then he walks away, trudging through the snow, back to his little abode.
Nyx looks at Magnolia. You said there's a tavern nearby?
Oh yeah, just down the way. If you need anything, well, I guess there's 2 taverns. The inn is one that's more for bed and breakfast. The other's a saloon, if you're into that sort of thing. It'll probably be
I am
open by
into
now.
drinking.
Oh, we know, Aurelio. We know.
She pulls out like a small device, tablet-like, and looks at it, and she says, "Oh, about 5:30. Yeah, they'd probably be open now."
Well, thank you.
Oh yeah. If you need anything else, just let me know.
Much obliged, sir.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I am
Wow.
a woman. That's
Ma'am.
racist.
Oh, you didn't really
that's
make a woman
sexist.
voice, did you? You sounded like the guildmaster.
It's the accent.
All Canadians sound like that.
Oh my god.
If you're Canadian and listening to this, we're very sorry.
If you're
No, we're not.
Fuck you.
Get out of here.
I'm sure you guys are wonderful.
All right,
No,
so
suck.
what do you do?
Abram wants to know. He asks her, is there a library or some kind of record keeping place here?
Oh my. Yeah, in the guild hall, maybe. We keep a bunch of records there for trading, mostly. Anything you're looking for in particular, or?
Bless you. Yes, information on something perhaps ancient culture of this place.
You're being a little weird, but I can dig it. Yeah, how about you come with me? I'll help you out. Did you 2 want to come as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The 3 of you trudge after this woman who's going through the snow, and as you look around the outside skirts of the town, at the forests that surround you that are mostly pine, evergreen, you realize that even the snow that's up to your shins is actually, it's shoveled. Like, this is manicured snow. Like, beyond 3 feet, 4 feet, like, you see just like a wall of white awaiting you. But you don't go that way. You continue down the streets to a large central hall-like thing in the middle of the town, which has a connected to it clock tower. And it indeed is 5:30 roughly, give or take a few minutes. And at the base of the tower is a large entrance, double doors of solid oak almost. And she pulls open the doors, a little bit of effort trying to fight against the snow that is piled up on the decking on the porch, even with this overhang, and there's still like some coming in just via the wind. She just holds it open, and you three head in, one after the other. Maybe you brush yourselves off of the dusting of snow, and it feels significantly warmer, but by no means what you are used to on the tropical, arid desert world of Sargasso. And in front, you see a counter. It's got a punch card in the back. You see a wall full of different records, but they all seem to be mostly for like trading purposes, orders. It's like a courier's office. It's like a mail room. And then she, Magnolia, short and a little bit stout, leads you through the corner door into a large back room, which is familiarly kind of like a library, though it's not very tall, no second floor. Long rows of dark wood shelving and plenty of books, but for the most part they're like artificers' books, couriers' books, logs, taxes, bureaucratic things. And she does lead you back to a certain section that's a bit more open-ended in terms of what's in there. It's not just tax reports. But what are you're gonna have to either tell her what you're looking for, or tell me what you're looking for, and then we'll start rolling investigation.
Well, I'm sure you may have gathered that I'm trying to find some reason as to why it would be relevant to the light map orb thing.
Okay. Are you better at investigation or history?
Let me see. History, negative. Where's investigation? They're both negative. Oh, because they're both on end.
Okay, well
So neither.
You've gone to a library, a specific place known for keeping these kinds of records. So roll history, but with advantage, because you've put yourself in a situation where you should, by all rights, if it's there, you would find it. So we'll do. Okay. This is just to determine what is even kept as record.
Yeah, that's one.
Aurelio poppin'?
Alright, listen. Hey, Nix.
Yeah, all three of you, every single person can roll.
Help me read these
books.
This
is fine. A lot of stuff I'll just limit you guys to one person can roll, because otherwise you'd have triple advantage on everything.
I understand.
Leo, you want to crack a book open? You can't read, but you might see some picture.
Yeah, really.
No, you can roll, but oh god, that is your roll. Jesus Christ, this is fine. You can't really fail necessarily.
I did.
You open a few books talking a lot about the history, and I suppose that the general lowdown that you can get. And there is no written thing that I can send you, so it's just going to be what I'm reading for you now. Is that this is mostly a wild planet, for the most part. Habitable places, like worlds, are pretty diverse in terms of biome, but this place is, for the most part, just dead winter all the time, except for this one little tropical belt, like around this latitude of the world, which is a little bit warmer. The only reason people are even really here is because it's really good for wood and timber, and it's a remote place, so the original inhabitants were people who just kind of wanted to get away from it all, like several hundreds of years ago. And then they just kind of maintained, and that's the generation after generation. You come with these people that you see before you, like Magnolia and her father, and other people that you've seen around town, which haven't all been blue people with white hair. You've seen a few people who, I hesitate to say look more normal, but more familiar to you as Sargasson natives, for the most part. The ISF outpost was a recent thing. It's only within the past few years that it's shown up, and it's a weather monitoring outpost. And before that, there is no record of anybody at all caring about the weather in any shape or form. This has been a trading kind of world. It's situated right between two different territories of space. One owned, for the most part, by the Mondenan Empire, and this part being Lunaris, or ISF, or a few other people that you might be more familiar with. It's changed hands so many times. But this particular place is it's only ever been a pit stop, or wood. A few mining things, but it's mostly just like furs, agriculture in that kind of regard. No real technological advancement. Nothing really fancy in terms of developing civilization. Just people showed up here one day and that's about it. I don't really think you can tell from these records why this place would be very important, but that's not necessarily not useful information.
Gotcha.
If you look at weather reports, which I think is probably something that you'd also be interested in, it's been really freaking warm lately.
By this planet's standards.
By the
Okay.
average temperature is like 0 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe a little higher, and it's been like 30 degrees higher than that in this particular area.
Is Magnolia still around then?
Yeah, she's been
Your
looking
phone?
through books and helping you with this stuff as well.
Okay,
Some
well
of it's actually in a different language, and she's been helping you parse it.
then
What language?
Kelpie.
Hey, I'm proficient.
Yes, you are. That's how
Yeah.
That's how you got as much as you did. I assumed that you were.
Good.
Oh,
Yep.
but Abram, what do you say to Magnolia?
why do you think things have been getting warmer?
I'm telling you, it's because we've been relying too much on these different fuels forever. We've just been doing. She kind of lost her Canadian accent. It's fine. She's a millennial.
It's okay.
We've just been relying on all
She's
these
the millennial.
imported things. A centennial, actually, because it's the year 215. We've just been relying on these other things. They put up the elevator within the past year, and all of it is just. People say it's just the cycle of things, and it's just one odd year. But I mean, we got to be more careful with our environment, otherwise we're gonna lose it.
Whose decision was it to put up the elevator?
Oh, that was the ISF. They wanted to have an outpost here, and that was kind of like part of the payment, I guess. Was they were gonna fund and build the elevator for us, and admittedly, it's nothing fancy. It's actually really small by industry standards, but it was just kind of payment. They installed it, made trade easier, and in return, they bought a piece of land to the north of here and put up their little weather outpost.
Suspicious. Abram doesn't say that. I'm just saying that is suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Aurelio out loud says, suspicious.
God, I love Aurelia.
Nyx asks Magnolia, are there any particular myths or legends
Myths or legends?
that are kind of like well known around the area?
Ooh. Well, I guess there's stories about. Can you be more specific? Like land or people or animals?
More like artifacts.
Oh no, we don't have much about those. We are artifacts. I guess bone spears. I don't really know too much about that, but Nyx, roll a history check. Maybe you can find out some stuff on your own.
Do 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 do. 8.
That's not
10.
that's not bad. You're looking through like a history of the people of Sloelve, and you find that there was actually people here before the town, and they mostly lived out in the wilderness. And there's a lot of like myths centered around like nature spirits and gods and things like that. More centered around like seasons and like appeasing the woodland creatures and stuff like that, because they're augurs of goddesses and gods. You see mention of like, oh, the dreaded white-tailed owl must be like, oh, you must make sure that you leave out food and stuff like that, so that those things are satiated, because it's like, oh, it represents a night goddess. You see a lot of reverence for wolves. And you see a lot of not so much reverence for mammoths, because those things just get toasted all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a society that up until recently was mostly wilderness associated.
All right. I'm looking for. Well, I'm gonna be blunt. I'm looking for anything suspicious as to why this goddamn orb sent us here.
You notice that this is like for a shit ton of people who are mostly wilderness oriented, and they've only kind of recently, within the past few hundred years, become a bit more industrial. There's a lot of history. Like, there's a lot of history. Like, all of it is like, oh, spirits, animals, things like that. But it just goes back so far, where it's like, oh my, like, it's just so far back. Like, they've been here forever, it seems like. But there's like no references of any kind of orb, if that's what you're looking for specifically, besides like referring to the sun, which only shows up every now and then.
Guys, what if these are the same people that have been here forever, but they just keep forgetting?
I don't think that's.
You know what? Roll history one more time.
Me or her?
Her, because she's
because
okay.
I'm the only one with a positive.
Yeah, okay. You when you're looking through the myths, you hear tales and stories of this second clan of people that used to live alongside the people that are before you now. And you look through different books, and sometimes they're just referred to as like normal, just like everyday mortal people, and then sometimes they're kind of held in a little bit higher reverence, not necessarily like deific, but on like a little bit of another, I don't want to say level, implying that they were somehow better, but there was like a different kind of culture involved, and they were referred to as the people under the mountains. Or alternatively, if you know Kelpie, the people of the hills.
I do know Kelpie as well.
Then both of you also know
I asked Magnolia, does the term people of the hills mean anything to you?
Oh yeah, it's a good bedtime story, really. Them and all of their various heroes and stuff like that used to just be people who fought like fancy things and stories, and that's really about it, though. Nothing too extreme besides just the average tale of fighting people and their heroes. Not much else that I know about. They weren't really well known for traveling around the universe, if that's what you mean.
I think she's too young, Nix. We need to find an elder.
So, her dad.
It would be more helpful, I'm sure.
Can I? And she holds up the book that has like the tales of like the
myths and
people
legends
under the mountains, and
Sure.
she's like, "Can I, borrow this?"
Roll persuasion. You're really not supposed to borrow these. It's not really a real library. They're not supposed to leave. No. My father would be really mad at me if I actually let any of these books leave the area. It's so harsh outside. We'd be too worried about them getting destroyed.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure your father won't mind. I mean, we just talked to him, and he seems to really, we really hit it off with him. I mean, we're gonna be seeing him all the time, and I
It was
promise we'll
really
take
no
real
big deal.
good care of it.
I could just
Okay,
write
I'm
down
checking
the
book.
important bits in my tablet.
Leo, what's your modifier on persuasion?
That would be a +6.
Oh yeah,
Power.
Oh fine, yeah. Just make sure it's back before you guys leave. No more than like 3 days, right?
Library.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. Take the book. No more than that one though. If I lose an
promise.
entire collection. All right. You get +1 book on the mythology of Sloelve.
Yay.
Congratulations.
I guess.
Alright.
I guess we'll just say that that's +1 to history if it's only centered around stuff on this planet.
Yay.
Congratulations. Now what though?
Now, how do I spell Sloelve? Because you spell it so strangely.
Sloelve is SLOE umlau LV.
Oh my god.
What?
I hate you.
Yeah.
The hell's an umlaut?
Why can't you spell things the way that they are pronounced?
Because is that how it works in real life?
Yes.
No way is it the way. You're going to Schmitty Woman Jensen next. That's the next planet. SLOELV is the name of the world. However, that's not the name of the town.
It sure isn't. Where are we?
Oh, you're in the town of Oifir.
No, we're not.
What?
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
Bless you.
No, I refuse. I'm renaming this town.
What?
You look at the sign for the local like entry area, and it's just like scribbles.
DM, I will pay you in real money to let me rename this town.
No, the town is Oifir. On the planet of Sloelve.
I hate this.
I'm gonna kill you.
Don't be racist, Next. We have to go find her dad.
Yeah, what's the next plan, you guys? All three of y'all.
It's literally a monkey with a
An old person.
Okay.
Who was the
An
oldest
old
person we've seen?
person.
The oldest person you've seen would be the guildmaster. Marandola, i.e. Magnolia's pop. Happy.
Mm.
But you don't know where he went. I mean, well, you gotta tell me, how you doing this?
Magnolia, where's your father?
I don't know. Work? His office? Home?
His office, where is that?
That's in my house. I don't know how I feel about this.
Where is your house?
I guess just down the way.
Abram is standing there, looking horrifying, asking where this woman's house is.
Okay, with the shade over your eyes and only the whites glowing in the pale sun. Yeah, it's the third house on the left on Ochen Street.
Oh,
No,
God.
shut up.
These aren't real words.
No, they're town names. Of course they're not real words.
I hate you.
Okay, well then, party. This is out of character. We can, I guess, go there, or we can go somewhere else.
I want to check out the saloon.
Alright, we'll go get drunk, I guess. There may be information there anyway.
No,
More PCs.
Aurelio, you are not playing drinking games with.
I
the
don't
oldest
believe
man
you're
in
my
this
mother,
town.
Nix.
Oh my god.
The three of you step outside, back into the cold, which you brace yourselves for this time, and you're slowly getting more accustomed. I believe that everybody but Abram has a winter coat, so they're a little bit more comfortable, but it doesn't matter. All three of you have this biting feeling on your nose, and your fingers are getting just a little numb. And you head out onto the snow, and you are walking down the way towards the place that Magnolia said, and on the way past, you look to your right, and you see a tall, two-story-ish building with swinging saloon doors, which usually indicates a saloon. Inside, you see warm orange light and several people moving back and forth, their silhouettes cast on the windows. What do you do?
Why did you say it like that?
I-
You sound like that guy from SNL that pretends to be emo and goes
You,
like,
Oh my
you
God.
three, what do you do to my saloon?
I get out immediately.
We go in, for fuck's sake.
Okay,
We're
all
going
three
in.
of you push through the swinging open doors, and you're immediately met with various smells and sounds. And in the back, you see somebody playing on like a steel guitar as someone accompanies them on piano. There's a bar in the back, a woman, tall and very strong-looking, cleaning some glasses. Several people sitting at the bar or on the various tables strewn about. You look in the far back, you see somebody who looks like they're playing a game. There's dice involved. There's like 5 people hanging out, chilling. Do you see Marandola? You see an old person in the back sitting at the saloon. They're pouring themselves over this notebook and a few books that are just open on the counter that seem to be checkbooks, and he kind of looks like Marandola. He looks old.
Old person who is also a nerd. Good start, regardless.
If you hear from the back as somebody won a game.
Eh.
What do you three do?
Nix is gonna go over to the man.
All right. Abram,
Cool,
same
man.
deal?
Yeah.
Aurelio, what do you do?
Follow.
Okay, all three of you approach this man and tap him on the shoulder, and thank God, yes, it's Marandola.
Oh my
Phew,
God.
close one. He looks up from his notebook and puts it down and says, "Oh, you three, what do you need?"
We had a question about something we had come across in our reading.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize you came here to do homework. What is it? Shoot.
Do the people of the hills mean anything to you specifically?
Oh yeah, old stories.
Fuck.
Anything specific?
Specific? I used to tell it to my daughter every night before she went to sleep. When Sloelve was young, and before, you know, traveling through the stars was the big deal, we just lived off the land. I think that the people just split into two clans over time. The people who like to live up in the alpine, like the hills. Alpine's not a thing. Up in the hills, on the mountains, and more accustomed to that kind of thing. I feel like the people that we descend from were probably more of the lowland folk. No big deal. I think that they just intermarried and, you know, did their thing. And he makes the gesture of, like, sticking his finger into a circle made of his other fingers.
I hate you.
And then over time, they just, you know, they mixed together until they were just the same as us. No big deal. I think the stories are just stories. Oh, well, there's a few people who still kind of live out in the woods a bit. They're a little, and then he makes a gesture, like, next to his temple, like spinning a finger. He's like,
Where are they?
I have no idea. They live off the land. People who kind of fancy themselves still as hunter-gatherers.
I see.
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't go out looking for them now. We got a blizzard coming in a day. Maybe sooner. Maybe two if you're lucky, but I mean, you're just gonna be hanging out, right? To do some trading?
Yes.
We're gonna be here for a while, yes.
Oh yeah, good,
Trading.
good. I was worried if you're gonna be here too long, then you have to register with the ISF for residency.
We don't plan on living here.
Okie dokie.
I have a home back on Sargosa.
No, I understand, you know, too cold here for some people. Some people just, you know, can't take it.
I'm used to the desert.
He's like smirking quietly to himself. He's like an old man getting his kicks.
God.
He's like 40s. He's not like old. He's like maybe early 50s he looks. He's not like ancient, but... Did you need anything else?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I think we got the information we're gonna get.
Yeah, that's what I needed. I don't know what
Don't worry, Aurelio, I'll be your translator.
Okie dokie.
Sweet, thanks.
If you want
I
to
don't
just
think you
go,
need to.
the inn is next door. And if you just want to check in some point before, like, you know, midnight, that way the woman at the counter won't have to wake up and check you all in. That would be good.
I mean, we could just hang out on our ship.
You do whatever you want to do. The elevator's not heated, though.
Our ship is.
Hey, okay. If you want to waste the fuel. Sunshine ain't free, you know.
Yeah. There's the fuel issue.
Sorry.
Well,
Okay, well, you have a drink, play some games, enjoy the music. You have a good stay in Ophir.
Bless you.
And then he goes back to what he's doing.
Nyx is gonna go to the bar and order a hot chocolate.
All right, mark one off because that woman is quick. She jumps over to you and she's like, "What can I get for you, honey?"
Hot chocolate.
Sounds nice. And then she turns around. 3 machines go off. She's got a hot chocolate in your hands in less than a second. One credit off, please.
Deficient.
Very. Big old mug too.
Man, I wish I had this back at my studio. And she hands her a credit.
Okay, you do it. What do you? We're going Abram. That's the next in the alphabetical order. Starting
I
with
just
N.
sip.
Okay.
I just sit.
Yes,
some
sip.
next.
Do you share the hot chocolate?
I don't know. Is she gonna let me have a fucking sip?
Yeah.
And I take a sip.
You take a fucking sip. Aurelia, what you doing? What you popping and unlocking?
I'm popping down a solid credit for some goddamn yellows.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Sorry, honey, but we don't have yellows here.
Okay, I'm out. What kind of fruit do
Aurelio.
you got?
What kind of
Expand your palate.
fruit that we got? You a silly man. All right, Fira, you got an apple. We got potato. You want some corn soup?
Potato.
Yeah, I'll
Wait.
have corn soup.
Okie dokie.
If it is not made with milk, like it's not chowder, I'm gonna be very upset with you.
It's made with yak milk.
I'm okay with this.
All right, Aurelia, I'm afraid that's a little bit fancier. That's gonna be 2 credits.
Shit, I don't have that much money.
Well,
Okay,
then
never
stop
mind.
ordering food.
Oh, I'm hungry.
I
I'll give you a credit.
I just don't have enough credits.
Okay.
I'll give you a credit.
right,
That's all I have.
let's not get hung up on the food thing. While you guys are enjoying your
Starving.
delicious singular beverage, what do you have a plan in mind? Do you want to talk amongst yourselves about what's going on?
I need money to order food.
I'm not. You're not going to starve to death, Aurelio. You can order food.
Not now,
for-
Aurelio.
Yeah,
We have work to do.
you'll be fine.
And,
No time
and
for
this
eating.
is why I save my money. I'm
We're just
frugal.
gonna starve.
The money is mostly for fun magic items, equipment, and then the flavor text that you guys choose to do. I feel like Leo still keeps money for food on his own. I feel like he's smart enough to do that. So I mean, like he's eating.
Okay.
It's just don't worry about the story ramifications of it. Focus more on your plan. What's the plan, Stan?
Well,
no.
the tavern seemed to be quite fruitless. Or the saloon.
I
Maybe.
guess.
We do know that there are aboriginals out in the woods.
How about we go out in the woods?
There's a huge blizzard where we won't survive.
Blizzard is coming in. He said like a day, give or take. But it's still like getting late in general. It's like 5:30, 6
Yeah.
o'clock. I'm gonna imagine you guys
And-
spent like an hour in the library.
And who knows how long it'll take us to find these nomads who never stay in one place for long.
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty cool with nomads.
Look, if we want to find them, we have to go out there.
It's a very snowy terrain out there.
I'm just saying, not now.
No, not
maybe
now.
wait
Maybe
for-
tomorrow morning.
Do you think they have dog sleds?
Oh,
Hush. That sounds like it would be a significant advantage in this terrain and would thus cost money.
Or
Maybe we
if we
can
make
do-
friends with them, they can give us a ride back to town.
And maybe we could do little odd jobs and earn more money because we tended to blow all of our money.
We got cool stuff.
You do blow your money load everywhere, and that's fine.
Look,
But it does mean that
bright
later you
eyes
don't
are
have
rolling.
any.
My pants.
I'm warm right now.
He
excuse me.
honestly, he was like, I'm gonna buy the fucking parka, and I was like, little do they know, they're fucking going to Antarctica next.
I figured that's why.
I also have a parka,
Yeah, you got
but
the
I
parka
also
cheap.
bought things that I needed.
Well,
I-
regardless. So the plan, are you guys gonna check into the inn? Is that what's happening? We going in it?
Yeah, are we done? Are we done
You-
in the town for tonight?
You guys just gonna hang out? Okay,
Alright.
To the inn.
cool. You guys walk outside, and I don't know how long you guys spent in the saloon. I mean, you guys are normal human characters. Maybe you just hung out there for fun.
Yeah.
Do you have like a rough estimate of how long that could have been potentially?
Probably like an hour.
Okay, well, you go out, and it doesn't actually seem like the sun, like the general ambient light of the world, has really changed too much. And then you just walk down the ways, trudging through snow, and it's gotten a little bit darker. Just a little bit darker. And you walk into the inn, and there's a young woman who's waiting to check you in. She hands you your keys, your things to your room. I'm assuming you guys get 3 different rooms? Or are you dogpiling it?
I can't afford a room.
Don't worry about it. You guys dogpile it because you scrounge together your cheap change. All 3 of you in one room. One queen size bed, 1 cot. That's your problem. And now you're just alone in your room as the day slowly becomes night. Very slowly. The time is moving quicker than the day.
Nyx calls dibs on the queen.
She does it.
Of course she does.
Irresponsible of you.
Our queen. Are we
The only female in this campaign.
are we resting? Is that what we gonna do?
So you should take the cot. And me and Abram will
have
share the bed.
I have no bearing on what gender you are. You must sleep on this fucking cot. No, you got the bed already. Okay, I sleep on the floor unless we're gonna sleep on the cot together, Aurelio.
We're
Somehow.
gonna sleep on the cot together.
I like
I
how
mean,
you
nothing's
guys
stopping
don't
anybody from.
sleeping with
sleeping.
Nyx. Cuddle
Well,
up to
I
that
don't know.
that
That-
mechanized
uh,
arm that's gonna pinch your dick in your sleep.
Exactly. It's cold.
Listen, it doesn't do that.
It's cold.
She rounded the corners for a reason.
Not anymore.
Just for
Cold.
anyway.
Not since that one time. Okay, well then you guys are going to sleep slowly. You change into your pajamas, which you've brought with you. It's a comfortable
Heck yeah.
sleep. Nobody's gonna like keep watch, right? Like it's an inn.
I mean, there's no need.
Yeah, if you're
I feel
long
fine.
in the
I sleep with my
wild,
eyes open.
that's fine.
God, that's
Uh,
creepy.
I'm trying to figure out how this is gonna happen. Oh, Abram. Roll
Yep.
perception check, because I really do feel like you would be the one only who could possibly notice this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me,
You might miss
my
it.
Shit. I might. I do not.
No, you.
Mobile.
Okay. Abram, I don't know whether you are just a light sleeper or you got up in the middle of the night. But as you're trudging around, as you do a little walk, maybe getting some water from a very distant, far away, you hear, anybody.
Oh.
Suspicious.
And now that I hear this, can I like listen harder, or is that it? Is that all
Yeah,
I can hear?
you hear what sounds to be a man, and he's yelling for help and assistance.
Yeah.
But besides that, he's just repeating it over and over again. It seems to be getting
Okay.
closer, and I'm 18. I'm an auto control in this NPC Abram for a moment. You look to the window and you look outside, and running down the road, trudging through the snow in some darkness. It's once again, it never got pitch black. But in his pajamas is the guildmaster.
What the fuck? Is he running from anything?
You don't see anything that he's running from. You go back to
Okay.
bed and have a nice sleep.
That's weird. Good night. No, I like kind of kick the cot where Aurelio is
Oh,
on the way by, and like I'm getting my actual pants and like shoes on and stuff.
Okay. It usually takes like 10 minutes to fully dress, but because you guys are like wearing most.
Holy shit.
Well, yeah, that's like plate.
I
mail
just
and
put on
shit.
the parka.
Yeah, you guys are wearing.
You know, I'm
light-
just putting on stuff to go see
light
to go
armor.
out.
It takes you like a
I
minute
don't
or
die.
two. Abram is
Okay.
first. He woke up everyone else though, so you guys are gonna be second. I'm just gonna follow Abram unless one of you two chucklefucks does something crazy in the hotel room.
jump out the window.
Okay,
No,
we'll
kidding.
get
I
there.
burst.
We're gonna follow Abram, but everybody has this information. Abram, you run down the stairs and out the door and throw it open, and you see the guildmaster, slightly aged, a weary look in his eye, running what seems to be towards the saloon, and you look around, and it's the only place that's lit up. But he sees you, and he runs towards you, and he like falls. He's shorter than you. He falls into your chest, and he like grabs the lapels of your shirt, and he's like, "Please, please, my daughter,
I grab him by the shoulder and pack him up. What about Magnolia?
she's gone. I can't find her. She, the window was open, and she tracks into the woods."
Looks like we're gonna see those nomad boys.
Was it just one set of tracks?
I don't know. I run to get help. I need to get more help. And he tries to pull away from you and move towards the saloon again. And you either let him go or you don't.
Yeah, I let him go.
You let him go, and he runs into the saloon, which is the only other place that seems to have lights on. And you hear him shouting and yelling at people, just like asking anybody to try and help him. And there's only a few people in the saloon, and you see hustle and bustle. But what do you do, Abram?
I do not need. Well, as far as Abram is concerned, he doesn't think he needs to go to the saloon.
Okay.
He wants to go to the house, but I'm waiting for the others. So
Okay, the other two, they run out as soon as the man bounced into Abram's lapels. You three watch him go into the saloon to try and find someone else who might assist. And then after a second, you see him like running out again, and he's like looking at the various people, and they're looking at him. There's only like two people. It's just the woman who served you the hot chocolate, and maybe the man who is at the piano. He looks kind of familiar, but they just kind of like are looking at him with a worried expression of their own, and you notice that he does not run to a police office or anything. There might not be one.
they not have one. Yeah.
Nix asked him, did she seem upset before going to her room? Did she?
No, it was fine. She read her books like normal and had her hot chocolate, and then she went to bed, and then she was gone. I felt a cold breeze coming in. I wanted to see what was wrong. I thought she had a fever, and there was nothing.
All right.
Please.
Do you know where she could have possibly gone?
No, she never leaves. No one leaves the town.
Eerie.
Not unless you're the weather people.
No other people took her.
I see.
Please, there's no police here. Please find her. I'll give you anything. I'll give you a reward.
All right.
All right.
Take us to your house and we'll start from there.
Yes. And you follow him? You guys collect all your things from your room and take your keys as well and lock things behind. I'm assuming you take everything. This is the last opportunity to go and collect something from your ship before we go into full narrative mode.
I have everything.
Okay, you guys, I know you guys left some shit behind. That's why I just wanted to say. I think nobody took a submachine gun. I think you left some other things as well.
But I took my sledgehammer, so I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay, then we're good.
I took
We're
all
good
my
then.
weapons.
And like 2 other guns.
He leads you down the road to like a building. Once again, it's the third building on that street, which is just a series of scribbles on the sign. And that's the last. It's the last building. It's relatively large. It's 2 stories high. It's got a nice roof. It's mostly caked in snow, but a porch runs all the way around the outside, so that it's mostly kept at bay. And as you,
I'm gonna look for footprints.
Sure. Do you go inside, or are you just going immediately looking for footprints in the snow around the outside of the house?
I'm looking for footprints around the snow.
Okay.
In the snow
Nix,
around the house.
you outside. You go outside. You're looking around outside. You wouldn't find footprints in the house if you're looking for footprints. You go around the outside of the back of the house, and in the snow you do see some deep trudge marks of someone who looks like they were walking through the snow.
How many?
You're a ranger, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
What's your favorite terrain?
My favorite terrain is... I think I have this written in my bio somewhere.
Okay, I don't have the ranger
My
stuff.
favorite terrain is Arctic.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
Oh my god. Yeah, you look in the snow and you count. It's the footprints of one person trudging through the snow. And you know what? It doesn't even look. There's no boot prints. It looks like bare feet.
The fuck?
That's not good.
Yeah, no other footprints though, and I don't know exactly what favorite terrain means, and like maybe you want to bring up the ranger shit, but you, as far as I'm aware, you are now the head of this expedition.
Nix, does your ranger senses tell you how fresh they are?
Let me look.
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be pretty sweet now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I told you Nix is our weapon.
Difficult terrain doesn't slow my travel. We can't become lost.
Oh,
Holy
oh my god.
crap.
Except by magical means, so if someone tries to magically make us
Okay,
lost.
I'm gonna.
In the sci-fi setting.
That does have an equivalent in a sci-fi setting, so don't quite knock that. That would
Even when
be...
you're engaged in another activity while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, or tracking, you remain alert to danger. If you're
Holy
traveling alone, you
shit.
move at stealthily
Oh
pace.
my God.
Twice as much food.
Wow. Guys,
Well,
I hope you enjoyed the 4 minutes of challenge that this world had for you. Because holy... Whoa.
Yay.
While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the
Oh, Nix!
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, I'm not even gonna make you roll. Why? Okay, yeah, sure. We're going into this. This is hardcore. Nix, your eyes like focus. You touch down to the ground. You're in it. The snow is falling around you in the darkness, and you look at the footprints, and they look pretty fresh. But judging by how fast the snow is piling up, you guess maybe 3-4 hours ago, somewhere around then. The footprints have not been filled in yet by fresh snow, and it is currently snowing. It's quite cloudy out and quite a bit dark. The sun is not peeking over the horizon enough to provide adequate light for a normal search, but you are not a normal person searching. You're both advanced in both experience. You've been in a kind of situation like this before, and you've got some kind of special shit going on with your head and your arm. You're ready. They head north into the evergreen woods beyond.
All right.
I'm almost wishing I did make a map for this, because I feel like that would be the kind of mental thing, but you're just going to have to use your mental prowess as I describe things.
Okay. Nix asks, if you were to go out without any sort of winter protection, how long, roughly, do you think you would survive?
Oh,
Yes, as to the...
Maybe like a day? But in a blizzard that's coming, I don't know.
All right, so we have about 20 hours to find her before hypothermia sets in.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my.
It's okay. We know exactly which direction she's going, and she points north. we need to go inside inside the house to see what she was reading, if there's any sign of why she would leave in such a hurry.
All right, Aurelio, I'm gonna say that
Hey.
you went inside to check out some stuff because the cold
Yeah, why not?
cold just ain't your style.
No.
Roll an investigation check.
Great. Hold on.
What was it? What we get? Show me what those fancy
Yeah.
dice roll. Okay, no, I mean, yeah, it's fine. You look around and the bed, it does not look disturbed. It doesn't look like there was a sign of struggle at all. It just looks like she flipped open her covers, set her book down, opened up the window, and just crawled out the window, and then just started walking.
That's not normal.
The book on the side of the door on her end table, it looks to be another book on mythology. It's actually one that you guys were looking at during the day. It seems maybe you piqued your interest, or she just decided to bring one home as well. It's nothing special. It's nothing unique.
What page was she on?
The bookmark is labeled for like just page like 13. Like she didn't get. It looks like she just cracked it open. Maybe read the preface. Maybe
What pictures are on page 13?
There aren't any pictures on page 13. There are pictures in the book, and they're mostly like they're copies of hand-drawn images of like the mountains, the lake to the east, a river, things like that. You see a few that document like artifacts made by like old clans people, and it's like bone implements, flint, napped flint tools, like no more than it's just stuff like that. It's like a history book with a 7. No,
Are there any places like marked on the map nearby?
there is no map.
Walking
There is no
distance?
map. It's just like images of. Yeah, it's just like the landscapes. Like just someone went outside and decided to do some sketches.
Anything that looks close? Like anything that I can like remember
Oh man.
from seeing nearby?
Fuck. You only rolled a 7, but you're asking all the right questions, and to just say no, that would be so bad of me. Leo, you're looking at the book, and you're looking out the window at the forest and the mountains beyond, and you look back down at the book again, and the picture of the mountains. You hold it up to the landscape, and you do see that it's a perfect match of the view that you have right now.
Okay.
And it says the mountains Teol. That's just what that's the range. That's what they're called.
What do I like? Is there anything written about them?
You read about it, and it just says it's a large swathe of mountains to the north, and it's a mostly mountainous world. There's a river.
I infer that's what it says.
Yeah, that's a river. You see pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got enough pictures for Aurelia to do this kind of stuff. I don't think you can get any more though out of this book.
Okay. I go outside and tell the people what I have.
Okay. You do. We're here. What next? Abram?
Abram. He sees and understands what all this might mean, but then he's like, well, she already seemed like she was getting restless staying here, like she wanted to explore, but I wouldn't think she would just go out of her window with no shoes on.
Abram, roll.
Yes.
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Inside.
Thing,
15.
Things that are north. Timberwood Forest,
Mhm.
Boar Forest, the mountains,
Mhm.
ISF compound, kind of north, kind of to the east.
Mhm.
There you go.
Thank you. Noted.
I don't have a map, so I just wanted to like give you all the information that a map could, in theory, provide you.
Oh, regardless, we ought to get going that way.
Yeah.
I don't know where she's going exactly, but I don't think it's safe. For
the mountain.
multiple reasons.
Okay.
She looks at the guildmaster and says,
He is freaking out.
is there any
Oh
method
my,
of
oh my, oh my, oh
transportation
my.
that can get us
Oh my, oh
into
my,
the
oh my, oh
forest.
my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my.
I slap him.
Sir,
You slap. You smack him.
God.
Aurelio, roll perception if you're gonna try and break the persuasion if you're gonna break this man from his
I got it.
stupor of disappointment and anger with himself. Oh.
Sir,
He looks at you, his eyes wide.
daughter is missing and she needs you right now. We need the fastest form of snow transportation you got, whether it be dogs or yaks or snowshoes.
Oh my. Snowshoes in that closet.
Snowshoes.
is that the only method of transportation available to us?
I can try to get a little snowmobile thing, but I don't even think it's fueled up. It'd be another 30 minutes. I don't know if she can wait that long.
I think it'll be fine. You said so yourself. We have 24 hours to find her.
But what if something happens to her in the meantime? What if she falls in a ravine or drowns in the
promised-
It
river?
could be happening right now, the longer you stall us.
Okay. He goes out to go and get that snowmobile, and as the DM, the clock is always ticking.
Oh god.
The choices you make, depending on how long you choose to wait or don't wait, do matter.
I'm taking
while
the
he is
snowshoe
going to
lead.
get that, I'm going to see if there's any supplies that we can get, like blankets.
Raiding his house.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm sure he won't mind.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a case. There's also encumbrance to worry about. You get a blanket, and you can put it in with like the packs that you already carry. But if you're gonna try and start carrying more stuff than that, I'm gonna start factoring it into your ability checks.
Nah.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have like if you decide to carry like an entire tent, stove, pot set, blanket, bed, mattress.
We don't need all that. Just
Yeah.
a couple of blankets will do.
You take a couple of blankets, and if you wanna,
I'm sure as a ranger, I'll be fine in the wilderness, especially since this is the terrain that I excel at.
Oh my god.
Ironically.
Oh my god.
That was so cool. Alright, can one of us start walking while
Yeah,
the
that's
other
what I
people
wanted to
wait?
do. I want to
Yeah, I know. I heard you
Split
say
up.
it, and I was like,
Okay, yeah, Aurelio
Oh,
said
wait.
it, so he's gone. Aurelio
Yeah,
gets on the
okay,
snow.
Aurelio's gone.
You watch in awe as Aurelio just puts up his hood and tightens down the thing, so there's just only his like robotic eyes showing, and he's got on these big
Oh my
snowshoes,
God.
and he just starts waddling out into the darkness, and you've never seen anything more valiant in
there
your
goes
life.
my hero.
Watch it, man.
But this doesn't. Do the other two decide to stay, or do they follow the snowman?
Nyx is gonna
Hello.
stay
Okay.
and wait
Nyx
for
is waiting for the
mobile.
snowmobile.
Okay.
I don't know. Do either of you need Abram? Just
I think it
checking
makes
before
more
before I
sense.
decide.
If I can drive a motorcycle, I can drive a snowmobile.
It wasn't for driving.
I'll be able to track you guys easily too. So
Yeah, I feel like you should go with me.
Okay.
Then I also go
Follow
with
Pinata.
Aurelio.
she shouts, "Stick together."
Okay. I am gonna follow.
Preschool
I'm
rope.
gonna follow Aurelio and Abram. Nyx, I'm gonna be honest with you that this decision does kind of mean that you're gonna be a little bit out of the action for a while.
That's
But
fine.
in return, you're getting.
I
a
mean, she can
resource.
show up like heroically.
Yeah,
on
she'll
the
get the
fucking snowmobile.
snowmobile.
I'll make her
skid
roll
and have, like,
dexterity to
an
see.
Yeah,
if
it'll
she
be
can-
awesome.
Wave and be
Okay.
like,
All right, here we go. Aurelio and Abram, you walk out into the darkness, and eventually, after maybe just a couple of minutes, you're at the edge of the woods. Tall pines that, honestly, from far away they looked a lot smaller. They tower over you, and you look behind you, and you see the faint flickering lights of the town, and the space elevator that you were so used to having on Sargasso be well lit, like a beacon of ingenuity and civilization. It's just a pitch black rod into the sky on this world. The only thing that you have to go by is dark clouds that occasionally yield to stars. And then you look forward into the darkness of the woods, and you have the dark, the overhanging of trees caught with snow in their branches, and the
Don't worry, I can see the dark.
yeah, he's got 30-foot dark vision, dim light, and
Yeah.
you press onwards, and you walk for hours, maybe. I guess not hours because that'd be silly. But you walk for quite a while, and you are following these tracks, and they're getting hazier and hazier just because the snow is picking up. Whatever storm is on the horizon is arriving, but it's not quite here yet. Aurelio and Abram, I'm gonna say that you guys should make Constitution saving throws.
I get advantage on that because of my parka.
You do. You absolutely do.
Yeah, that's what the parka said.
Yep. That's what this is. This is why the parka was made available.
Immediately.
Aurelio, you have a 20. Abram.
20.
Okay. Abram, you are made of stern stuff. You are by no means like paper. But this is not something that you are prepared for. You may like snow, but it does not like you.
No, it doesn't.
You go trudging through the snow, and eventually your fingers and your toes, you start to lose feeling in them, but you maintain the conviction required to press onwards, but you suffer one level of exhaustion. You have disadvantage on ability checks until you're able to rest.
Sure. Write that down.
You're very cold. It's a temporary condition, but it is a condition that you're going to have to withstand as you press onwards, and the trees begin to yield to a little bit of open area, and I'm going to ask the both of you to make perception checks.
Quick, Abram, put your hands in my pockets.
Oh, give me a second. Okay, what are we rolling?
Perception.
Perception.
Your passive perception is not quite high enough for the thing that is out there. Though, admittedly, I have revealed to you that there is something to perceive. Okay. Aurelio,
It might be cold, but I can see.
Aurelio, you don't see this, Aurelio. You're too busy focused on the trail ahead of you, and it's as it ventures off deeper into the woods.
Even with a 15?
Yeah, even with the 15. Abram, you look on the ground around you, and to the far left, just out of the corner of your eye, you see an impression in the snow. Several impressions in the snow, and they look like some footsteps of something. It's off your beaten path,
What?
however.
Sorry, how far?
15 feet to your left, beneath a tree, is what looks to be trails that came out of the woods, poke whatever it was they have into this clearing, and then they went back into the woods a different direction.
Okay, I stop Aurelio real quick and say, hold on.
Okay, I'll stay right here because I'm neon orange. So I'll just
Yes, you are. I'll be able to see you. I go to look at this thing.
Alright, roll investigation now to really thoroughly. If you had your ranger with you, it'd be a bit different. I'd say that this is advantage, but I don't think that even she would necessarily instantaneously know this stuff.
That's fine.
Okay, with an 11, don't worry, there was no way that you'd be getting a perfect score on this. They're big. These are not normal human feet that made these impressions. This is a long ago trail from earlier in the day, or perhaps even yesterday or the day before. It's been buried, but they are impressions that don't look like they were generated by falling snow permeating itself through the tree branches. It looks like it was definitely made by something walking with a pattern, and it is large.
Oh, God.
That's all you can tell with your 11, though. Not that they're...
Have the
That's fine.
tracks like that we were following stopped yet, or no?
No, yours keep going north towards the Tail Mountains.
Okay.
Okay. I return to Aurelio and inform him of these giant footstep thingies.
You think those are tribes people?
Remembering your
Maybe
stories that you
different.
read, you don't recall them being referred to as like giants or like overly large humans.
I get the
but that's-
feeling, maybe they made some kind of machine, or maybe it's ISF. Maybe they found something from the ISF.
Oh yeah, maybe it's
Regardless.
like weather machine stuff to help them. Like if you have like bigger feet, you can like displace your weight easier.
Perhaps.
You can't tell with what you have here,
Like
but those are all
snowshoes.
excellent observations. Do
I
you
might find out eventually.
do you press forward again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's another while of walking through the trees and walking through the woods, and it's gotten dark and it's gotten a little frightful. You've heard no noises besides just the crunching of your own feet through the wood. The snow is luckily not too piled high because of the branches overhead. That's for the most part dispersing the snow, and it's not too windy either because the timber is an excellent shield. But up above, you see churning clouds that are moving at a significant pace. There's something brewing around you, and you're luckily just shielded from it now temporarily. Eventually, you come to what appears to be I'm not quite sure what the proper term would be, but a stream, a river, something flowing from the right and going to the left.
Blood.
It's a liver or a stream, a striver. A mixture.
It's a liver.
It's a liver.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a wide river. It's not. You can see the other side. It's maybe like 30 feet, 40 feet.
Can we just cross it?
That might not be a good idea in this weather.
I'll float over it. You sit on my back.
That is horrifying.
I'll float.
I
I guess we're just gonna go around it, right?
Wait, what
Which
did you say where the footsteps went?
Did I? Yeah, they came out.
I forgot what
They
was
came from the southwest. They went into the area that you guys were in, and then they disappeared northwest.
Okay.
So they branched away from the trails that you are following.
Are there any logs nearby?
Nothing that okay. You can. Ooh. All around you are tall trees, and some of them are dead. If you want to get creative and resourceful, I'm not going to stop you. Do you know?
I have a sledgehammer.
Okay, paint me a word picture. Paint me a word picture. Let's see how this all goes. The two of you together. You're in the middle of a pretty contemporary timberwood forest, evergreens. You've got a river to cross. There's no logs that are already like floating on it like, nicely, like your Frogger ready to be jumped across. But if you're
okay.
if you're gonna plan and make a resource or something, I welcome it. I totally want you guys to use your environment if that's possible.
Beavers are a thing. They probably go and they like nom on the trees.
Is someone just breaking dishes? What's going on?
Don't mind that. But yes, they go and they chew a little bit on the trees, and then the trees are all weak and dead. So like, oh no, a beaver just ate me.
So are you gonna look for a beaver, or are you looking for a dead tree?
I'm looking for a tree that's like kind of rotted at the base with like some beaver chewing marks, and then I'm gonna sledge it.
You find it's a little far. It's like 50 feet to your right. You see like a dead tree, and it looks like it's been attacked by some kind of creature, similar to a beaver. Like it's gotten its bark busted through, and so it's just been open to disease and insects, and it's been killed. It's a dead wood, but it's not fallen yet.
Not yet.
Okay, we break.
Okay.
We are the beavers.
Can we just collaboratively smash the tree?
Unless you can.
Like, I'm gonna hit it with a sledge.
Okay.
He's gonna kick it.
Well.
Wait, Abram, you have a sword. Just chop that tree.
I don't know if that's good for the sword, but I mean, I guess
we'll see what
possible.
happens when we don't do that first.
Okay.
Maybe it'll fall if we just push it and hit it.
Okay, with this haphazardly thrown together, I'm gonna hit the tree until it falls. I'm gonna make you roll an athletics roll. No advantage, no double team here. It's just Aurelio trying to knock down a tree with a sledgehammer. It's like 2 feet thick. Aurelio, you make a pretty big dent in it, but it's a sledgehammer, not an axe. It's not meant for felling trees. You weaken it, but you don't fell it, I suppose is the present tense.
Okay.
Perhaps maybe with more,
understandable,
slightly more effort and maybe another idea thrown in there, you could probably fall it eventually.
Abram.
Yes.
I'm gonna hold the hammer.
Uh-huh.
You are going. I'm gonna hold it on my back, right? And I'm gonna make a running start. You're gonna propel me into the tree branches. With my weight on the upper part of the tree, I'll climb to the very top. With my weight on the upper part, it'll fall.
Oh.
Right. Make it top heavy.
Abram,
right.
roll athletics. Aurelio, roll acrobatics.
Okay.
Aurelio, what direction are you trying to fall?
Don't I have
tree
disadvantage?
into?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
You do,
but,
Abram.
I mean, it could.
You do.
across the river.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay, sure.
Darn. I was hoping for
Far
a
away
wall.
from these two, Nyx looks up to the sky and says, "Wait, I think the two of them are doing something incredibly stupid right now."
All right, well,
Mother.
I have a
Should've
feeling.
said-
okay, are you sure is all I'm going to ask.
Yes.
All
if
right.
I die, so be it.
Okay.
Oh my
Abram,
God.
Aurelio gets a running start. You give him the boosties off your light. You intertwine your fingers and you just kind of toss him up. Aurelio, you get a pretty good dexterity. You just like spider monkey, face plant, belly, whatever. You just go straight into this fucking tree and wrap your arms around it, and you hear a crack below you as this tree yields and begins to tip forwards.
Okay,
roll a dexterity saving throw.
Down.
Please get off the tree.
My family is so dumb.
Please, Aurelio. Okay. Oh God.
Hello. Listen. I am a good small boy.
Yeah.
I'm very tiny.
Okay.
I will just I go down as close to the base as I possibly can, and then I just like, if I can't make it all the way down in time, I just kind of like make sure that my body's like on like top of the tree as it's falling, so I wind up on top.
Rather than in the fucking river, which is what I was about to do to you.
Yeah. Balance.
You know what?
I feel like I have enough to balance myself.
Would
not to get off.
Would you rather take some like physical pain, or would you rather just fall in the river and have that break your fall, but deal with the consequences afterwards? I'll let you have this decision here.
Physical pain.
Okay. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
That is totally okay.
Yeah, I rolled a d8. It could have been a lot worse. You bash your forehead into the bark as it comes down and cracks and lands on the other side, creating a bridge for your friend. But you smash your nose straight into the bark of this tree.
What I've seen worse.
Yeah, and then you stand up and you have to maintain
I
your
got
balance.
my leg broken by a helicopter.
You have, however, succeeded in creating a bridge across this river.
I look back like a bloody, crooked nose. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
We did it.
Yeah, now's the part where I'm gonna admit that I think that you guys probably do have a really good like idea of the area, and you have seen like some map-like things. I just don't have a map ready to show you all, so you're just gonna have to trust me on some of these things. Is that as you walk forward across this bridge, Abram, you look to your right and you see that there's a tributary that is leading into this river, coming from the north and heading southward.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember that being on any map. As far as you're aware, this is a singular brook/stream/river that comes from the lake and heads west, and that's it. It has no branching paths.
I get the feeling this may be man-made? Question mark?
Roll an investigation if you want to try and get that nitty-gritty. Unless you want specific questions.
How about
too.
survival?
Yeah, that's a great one.
Okay. Yeah, I can use it.
Yeah, I should have been using that this entire fucking time. Thank you for reminding me that it existed. Oh yeah.
Oh, is that?
Oh yeah, that's good. 10 is like you've succeeded.
I was gonna ask if that was an ability or was that just like physical stuff.
Oh fuck. I guess it's an ability check. Yeah, roll again, but it's not hard, so you won't probably fail.
Maybe.
No, you still succeed. You look at it and you can see that it is not, in fact, man-made. It's a naturally formed river, but it is just not. It's not recorded on any map for some strange reason.
Well then,
it's water.
Maybe I get the idea that this is something because it's getting warmer, so something might be melting. I don't know. Can I follow it, or would that take like too long to find the source?
It does not. It does closely follow the trail that you are following. But it does. You guys keep walking. Actually, you keep walking forward, northward, and eventually you notice that brook is in fact coming. It's coming from a different direction. They're vaguely in the same direction. Who knows if they eventually reunite later or not? But they do split at some point. You're gonna have to make the decision on which to follow, or split up, or the decisions here are.
I don't know if it's that important. Where is the girl? That's what we're doing.
Okay. You guys are gonna do one last thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Perception check.
Okay. Not sure I like how you said that. Oh shit. Add 1 to this because
I feel like someone's watching me. Oh, it's Abram. Hi, Abram.
Aurelio, you can have advantage because you have dark vision.
Yay!
Okay. I'm gonna give this one to Aurelio, even though Abram rolled higher because he does have the dark vision. You guys keep walking forward, and as you make the decision on, oh no, the brook it splits compared to the trail of the woman, you hear like a crunching sound in the wood on the snow. You're in a more open area at this point, but there are still trees around you, and you look around trying to find the source, and you know that it's coming from ahead of you, and in the darkness of the wood, in the fog that's slowly beginning to turn and spin around you in the growing storms, you see something large lumbering towards you on all fours. It's giant, and it has a bristling back that seems to be fur. And as it gets closer, it gets back on its legs and becomes bipedal.
It's not a
It
yak.
comes closer
Not
and
a
closer, and you see white fur, but that's not all. You
Polar
see
bear.
large claws, and then this strange head, and you look up and you realize it has a tail, and you look up at its face and you see a dreaded, horrifying visage. It's the white-tailed owl bear. Roll initiative.
No. What? Screw you. Screw this. I'm not going with another owl bear. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? An owl bear?
It roars at you.
I hate you.
I'm in.
Glowing yellow eyes are the only thing you see besides the silhouette of this monstrous beast.
Alright, I get initiative. I mean, I get advantage on initiative.
Why is that?
This is my gunslinger skill called Quick Shot. I get advantage on initiative and opportunity attacks with ranged weapons.
Alright, alright, sure. I did also find out, however, I hate to bring this up, but the whole you can shoot twice thing is totally fine and legal, but it takes your bonus action. And that whole you can use the dash action to double move is also a bonus action, so you have to pick one when it comes to your
that's fine.
turns. Yeah, that's all I wanted. I just was gonna forget, so I wanted to say that.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I got 12.
My sheet says initiative +3. I don't know why.
Because
I don't remember
what's your
it is.
dexterity modifier? That's what you have.
Oh,
plus.
okay, it's dexterity.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
good.
a dexterity.
That was the only thing that lined up, and I didn't know if that was what it was.
Okay, so Leo is 12.
Oh my god.
Abram is 23. And now we'll find out what the owl bear has. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine.
Is it? I'm not sure this is fine.
Abram, the owl bear is quick, but you are quicker. It gets down on its fours and starts barreling towards you, but you have the first move.
Yeah, can I get out of the way?
It's turn order. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Okay, good. I don't get hit by the charge.
Okay.
And I draw my sword.
Your sword? Yep, that's your bonus action, I guess. Which is no big deal. No big deal unless you have suddenly other things that compete for bonus action space, which you don't.
Not that I know of. Are we gonna fight this thing? I ask Aurelia.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna fucking fight you.
Hey, that's fine. We could have run, maybe, but I guess not. All right. Did it just like run by and keep running, or did it stop?
It's coming at your ass.
Oh, again? Good.
No,
Can
I mean, like,
I'm just gonna...
it's your turn. You can do whatever you want, but it's freeze.
Okay, wait.
Frame.
As it runs by, I want to like try to cut it.
Oh God, do
as
it.
I move out of the way.
Yeah, make an
but
attack roll.
Wait, what is this thing? Sword.
Can I find an owl bear asset? No, I don't think I can. Maybe if I spell
What is this
owl
sword?
bear.
Is it strength?
Oh God, boys and girls, look at it.
Fucking terrifying.
It's huge.
Oh, that looks cool.
It's beastly.
This is the worst
rises.
enemy in Dungeons & Dragons.
As it runs past, you make your attack action. And so, what was the rule? For those who
I don't know.
what an
What is
owl
it?
bear
Is it strength? I don't know.
On the sword, yes, it's strength.
Okay.
Are you two-handing it, by the way? Or are you keeping a free hand for what have you?
Two-handed,
Okay.
but did that change?
Yes,
It's still
changes
strength,
it.
right?
It's still strength, no matter what. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know the damage is different from two-handed. And then I'm assuming I gotta roll again because disadvantage.
No, that's only for ability checks. You're good on the attack front.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Nice.
the adrenaline high is really high enough to keep you from getting a disadvantage. That's level 2 exhaustion. You're only at level 1. However,
oh, good.
you try to push your sword, its blade pressed up against its hide, and as you do, it just pings off the claws as it comes roaring past you, and it
Right.
suffers no damage. Leo, the bear turns around at the two.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I too am faster than Albert. Okay, I back up.
Okay.
No, I don't, because then it'll hurt me.
I'm sorry. It should be back here. I'm sorry. Abram,
okay, I was
Abram
like,
made
man,
that attack as
Albert.
yeah. No.
Messing me up if I try to leave,
This
but I
attack
can't
isn't
hit
that
it.
unfair.
Okay, then I'm gonna go 10, 15, 20. Actually, that'd be 25. No, that'd be 30. Sorry, I'm doing math wrong.
Yep. And then if you're gonna bonus action with
I'm
your pistols.
gonna do my double guns.
All right, you're within the distance still, right? Now we're back to normal every day. Yep, it's good. It's good. Roll it up on me, Aurelio. Roll me that bad boy.
Did I hit?
Yeah, you nail it. You take out your double pistols and you go. What's the damage on those bad boys? Ooh,
6.
that ain't bad. Fucking owlbear. Do you have dexterity, Aurelio?
I do have that.
All right, yeah, you add your dexterity to these things from now on. New rule.
Really?
Yeah, because
Really?
that's
Like add my dexterity
to
to the gun?
Yeah, because that's how
damage?
it works with bows and crossbows in Dungeons and Dragons, and I think that's how it works in Hyperlanes. So at the very least for this
Sweet.
fight, yeah, we're gonna do that. I think that's how it's supposed to work. Also, you're gonna need it. So just add.
So can I add that? So it's 4
What is?
and
I'll do the math.
6,
What's your
so 10?
what?
I would do 10 damage then because 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6.
Oh yeah, you
Add
do.
those together is 10 damage.
Thank you very much for doing that math for me. Okay.
Please kill this little bear.
And now we're down to the owlbear, and it takes one step forward, and with its meaty claws, it tries to swipe at Abram. Abram, you dash quickly out of the way as this bear's claw comes bearing down, wisping past your face and burying itself deep in the snow and kicking up a white mist. The bear is not truly angry yet. It is back to you, Abram. You look up and you see its long, pointed beak, meant for eviscerating flesh. It roars at you.
Can I, since it's right there, try to stab it in the face?
Yes.
Yeah, but this is a meaty bear, so you can go for whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Oh, also, if I turn on my sword, quote unquote, does that take an entire turn?
I'll say that's describe to me how that works, and we'll figure this out right now.
Well, the reason I ask is because technically, I suppose it would take some time to heat up.
Okay.
Not like forever, because I imagine it's like pretty fucking
Yeah.
efficient, especially since the Bing brothers
Okay.
souped it up.
They did, but it's also a round of combat is like 6 seconds. That's really fast. I think
Yeah.
Also, it's so cold right now. I think that if you turn it on,
Yeah.
it would take until next turn, but it would be available
That's
for
fine.
the next turn.
Okay, well then I do that, but I'm just gonna try to stab it for now.
Aurelio, you watch as Abram like pulls out his sword and then he like drags his hand across the back of it, and a spark ignites across the back of his blade, and it slowly begins to glow with a red heat.
So that's gonna...
Abram, roll an attack action. Roll
Yeah.
d20 plus your strength.
Yeah. Please don't be shitty, Abram.
Okay, you roll damage.
Yay, and I'm two-handing it, so...
Yeah, so that's a
what was that?
d10 plus your
D10.
strength.
Yeah.
I don't really know why you wouldn't two-hand it, but there are going to be situations where, having that free hand available, or
6
having a pistol on the other
plus 2.
hand. Nice.
Yeah, so 8.
Alright, -8. Okay, you slash across the... You try to go for the face, but this thing is like 13 feet tall. So you jump up and try to do a cleaving action, but instead it hits the shoulder of the owlbear. And
As long as I hit it, I'm
it
good.
lets out a bellow. And Leo, we're back to your turn.
I shoot.
Okay, make an attack action. You're gonna stay from that distance.
Yes.
Okay.
What's in that 20 do?
Oh my god.
That doubles the dice damage, but not the modifier.
Okay.
So whatever it is, whatever the dice are,
I'll do the math, don't worry.
Thank you.
Hold on, it's gonna take a while.
Okay. I mean, you can. There's a macro for this. You can make like d6 put that on like the character sheet to click on if you wanted to, Leo. Your choice. You don't have to. I just wanted to let you know the option was there.
Doing that.
All around you is a swirling darkness of gray as mist surrounds. You hear the babbling brook to the south, but you no longer see it.
I can't believe the white-tailed owlbear is real.
Okay, so the first one's 8. Now I need to do the second roll.
Okay. Please, if you could do me the biggest fucking favor in the world and just do all the math and then just tell me the final number, that'd be great. I already have so much I have to worry about. $14. Cool.
14.
Wow, you are a really good ranged DPS, but I bet you'd get shredded in close range. Isn't that how that works?
Oh, no, I die, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to know. And now we're back to the owlbear. And now it's just taken a nail and a bullet in its hide, and honestly, it's not metal, but it hits the square skull of the owlbear, but the owlbear skull is just too thick. The bullet embeds itself in the scalp of the owlbear, but it does not penetrate, though it does do damage. It bellows once again, and this time, it goes... Oh, fuck no. It's gonna turn Abram, because you did the slicey dice.
That's a weird noise for an Albert. Albert looks out and goes, "Oh fuck no!"
Oh fuck no! It does not turn because that would upset a lot of graphical things. But Abram, it's gonna swipe at you. Its first attack is an 18. It brings down its claw upon you. Does that hit?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Then what is the claw? I'm sorry. It's got 2 different possible weapons. Okay. It does. Holy shit. It does 17 damage to you.
Jesus.
That's not good.
It yells at you.
I also yell.
Okay.
Quite less.
Also, yeah.
Quite less horrifying. But
It's back
I'm
to your
in fucking
turn.
snow. I'm in pain. I'm at 0 HP.
You're not. Are you really at 0 HP?
Yes.
What?
The owlbear one-shot you?
Well, okay. I don't know. I don't know if I just forgot to update it.
Oh,
But
damn
I
it.
was not
There's
at
no-
full health.
There is no fucking way that you are at full health because you rested.
Well then,
You had to have been.
You are
Yeah.
definitely.
We all rested.
You haven't had a combat encounter in like 16 fucking sessions.
You were rested. Shit.
Whatever. I don't know what your full health is, but you are at it, whatever it is.
Okay, fine. I'm at. Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, now you're
was
not
like,
because then the owlbear
I looked
took
at it and I was like, why am I dead?
I
but I'm
don't
okay.
know. You really.
I'm here now.
You started with like 10 HP, as far as I know. So like 17.
No, not that.
Yeah, you're
But
high.
okay, okay, that's been remedied. Now I'm still hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt.
You should still be in there, just not dead.
Well, I'm not dead. It feels.
We
It
want you
feels
to
like I'm
suffer
dead.
slowly.
It's your turn.
Okay. Am I under it?
Or
did it just-
you're where you
did it
are.
let
No,
go?
it just swiped past and took a nice big chunk
Oh,
out of
okay,
your
good.
shoulder.
No.
Maybe it took a little bit of a chunk out of your t-shirt, whatever you have underneath your jacket.
Oh, now I'm more cold.
Yeah.
Well, I can still move, right?
Oh yeah, you're capable.
I'm
of
attacking it again.
Okay, go for it. You retaliate.
Yeah.
Albert
I'm gonna.
don't got very high AC, but he's got a lot of meat.
He does. I'm gonna try to take some of that meat. I'm gonna attack. It's like. That's probably impossible. I want to cut its fucking hand off, but it's probably like really fucking.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
gonna attack
be,
its paw
It'd be
anyway.
just as hard as anything else.
I'll attack it. Does it when it runs? Does it run on all fours?
It seems to be like a bear in that it prefers all fours for mobile. Indeed.
Okay. Well, hopefully this maybe will slow it down if it tries to run around.
Who knows?
I'm gonna
If it's
attack
a
one of its
significant-
leggies.
Go for it. If it's a really high
Yeah.
number, we can start talking about like, ooh, what kind of fancy stuff happens. But
Aw, that was shit. It went on 18 and then rolled back to the 5.
I'm so sorry.
It's
I,
fine.
I watched it happen with my own 2 eyes. You miss it, unfortunately. It takes a big step back, and as it does, it avoids your slashing blade.
Aurelio, please kill it. You're my only hope.
It is indeed Aurelio's
I'm
turn.
going in for the shoot again.
Owlbear's looking pretty good.
No.
Yeah, Owlbear is looking.
Look bad.
He's looking young, but he's not looking. It's not looking bad.
$15?
Yeah, you hit it again. It's pretty. It's a hard to miss target. So you do your damage in. Oh man, I'm not gonna make you make a macro, but in the future you might want to consider putting it together, just because you have double movement,
Okay,
double
I
action.
did 7.
Okay, you do 7 damage to the owlbear, and he once again looks very fucking pissed off.
You should.
Yeah, and then from the south you see a headlight. Nyx, what do you choose to do?
I am.
You guys hear as this motor comes busting in through the whipping cold.
How far away am I?
You're
where
40
I
feet,
put
30 feet, 25 feet, 20 feet.
I'm gonna shoot my gun.
Okay, you're going straight towards it on your motorcycle.
Yep.
It's not really a motorcycle, but okay, you're here.
I mean,
how far?
I
is
get another vehicle though.
Yeah, you're 25 feet. Perfect. Okay, you shoot at it with your gun, and then I'm assuming. Okay, you do critical hit. Okay, shit.
Crit. Boom.
Okay. What's happening here? Okay.
3.
Plus,
I hit it
you
for
don't
3.
have dexterity. Right, okay.
Nope.
That's fine. You shoot it, you unfold your gun from your arm as you speed up and hit the brakes on the snowmobile and fire off a
Should
shot.
I do like a nice peel, like a
If you
like
want.
an entire wave of snow just goes.
You do, and the owlbear takes notice.
Yay! I'm still right where I put my icon though.
The owlbear turns, and he makes a gallop towards Aurelio. It gets down on all fours and lunges forward through the snow. Abram, make an attack of opportunity. As the owlbear no longer pays attention to you, you have a moment.
I'm still dying.
You try to swipe, and you hit the bear, but its hide is just so tough that you're cutting at feather and fur, and it's just like trying to cut through like very tough linen. A cloth.
We're totally
armor.
gonna skin this bear afterwards.
Aurelio, what is your AC?
14?
Yeah, the bear hits you.
Yeah, the bear hits me.
Okay, the bear is going to attack you with.
Does this work?
Does
Worked.
work. The bear is furious.
No, he's not. Chill out, bear.
The bear does 15 points of damage as he bears down with his beak and
As he bears down!
and bites into your hand as you wave up your forearm to defend against
Man,
this
I guess he
bear.
just rips it right off, because I'm dead.
14 damage?
I had 14 hit points, he did 15.
See?
Why are you
People are missing health. I don't know.
Why aren't you at full you guys should be at full health. Are you at
No,
full
because
health?
I just got hit.
Oh, you
got 3
got hit
points
with
of
the tree
damage.
thing.
that 2
tree.
damage
about
it
that.
damned you. You're
Yeah.
okay.
Forgot about
Yeah, it bites into Aurelio and it rears back on its two legs, and it just picks Aurelio up off the ground and swings him around to the left and right twice, and then chucks him.
So I have -1 health.
It chucks him into the snowbank to the left, and he lands with a thud in the snow.
And I'm unmoving.
He is unmoving. I guess we're now I guess Abram. I guess we're at Abram now.
I guess.
I think I should make a macro for death saving throws.
No.
How often have you? It hasn't that often, has it? Abram, your choice on what you want to do
It
here.
would have almost happened for me. I said 0 before.
The bear has a furious glint to it.
Should I use my sword or shoot at it since I'm gonna die too if it hits me again?
Your choice. You do more damage with the sword, but if you
Not
can maintain
you. I'm
damage-
asking my partners.
Oh, no, count.
One of your partners is dead.
Yeah.
Move away from it though.
I want to use my sword. I just don't want to die. So I don't know if it'll attack me if I attack it. Probably. Wait. Is there that thing in this game where if you attack from behind it, or is that just if you're all surrounding it?
There's feats and there are there's class abilities that do allow that to happen, but for you guys right now, it's just surrounding it will give you advantage, but not.
Hey, why are there-
Does this count as surrounding it?
Not when one of you is incapacitated.
Sorry. Yeah.
Good try though.
Wake up
I
for a
respect
second.
that.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, I'll try.
You could try to
Get the
set
fuck
something up like that for Nyx, but it might be hard since you're both on the same side of the bear. The owl bear. The white-tailed owl bear. You see its feathered tail fanned out in a fury of rage, a rageal display.
Well, if I move, we would be on opposite sides of the bear.
If you manage to succeed in getting to the opposite side of the bear.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna use my sword. You know what? I'll just die. Come
Follow
on.
your dreams. Do you have like class abilities or some unique? You guys have been buying shit left and right from the stores. Do you have like any kind of items you can use?
An item?
I don't know. I'm just trying to remind you guys that you may or may. I don't know if there is. I'm not trying to hint anything.
I don't have anything like that.
Okay.
I have something that helps my AC, which I actually forgot about.
It's fine because it's actually melee, and so it would ignore it anyway. But you nail it with your
Jump.
you leap through the air and dive down with your blade, and you now are doing heat damage because your blade has glowed to a red hot temperature. A faint orange glow reflects off the snow as you leap through the air and bury it down into the owl bear. Roll damage on the 1d10 plus your strength. Okay. And
Finally.
and with that, Abram, you smash your sword straight through its back, through its spine, and into its heart, killing the bear instantly.
Oh.
It falls beneath your blade and slumps into the snow face first. The bear is weak to heat damage.
Oh shit.
As an Arctic
Nice.
creature. So you did
Pokemon.
20 points of damage to the bear. Or alternatively 18. Either way, you kill it instantly. What do you want to do, Abram? Paint us a word picture.
Help me.
So I watch.
How does this
I
bear
watch my
die?
friend. I watch my friend get turned into a bright orange ragdoll, being flung around, tossed to the side, and he stops moving. I blame that on why I missed my one attack, but after I come to, snap my senses, and I fucking fly over there. I do that thing that you said. I slam my sword through its back, and the blood, oops, as it splashes across my face, nice and toasty. I actually forget about Aurelio for a second. It feels good. But then I remember that Aurelio's over there, and I call out to Nyx.
You're fucking psycho.
Hey.
We are out of initiative. You guys are free to do your actions. Aurelio, it did not get
Nyx
to your
is-
turn, I don't think. So
Nyx
I
is
don't get a death
immediately
save.
gonna go over to Aurelio and let me see what I have in my bag of tricks.
you need to somehow, you can either make a medicine check to try and stabilize him, or you can attempt to, if you can just heal him, that is a guaranteed. Medicine check would just be like another death saving throw to see if he gets up.
Mend doesn't
Doesn't really work on people, no.
I have a medicine pack on my person. Like, I bought one.
I'm
Please
gonna
keep
take
it
that
up.
medicine pack
Okay.
and shove it down his throat.
All right, you start applying first aid and you heal him for whatever that medicine pack says you heal him
2d4.
for. Okay, 2d4.
2d4s.
And in the process,
So I'm
the
going.
antiseptic bandages, sutures, whatever else is in the first aid kit. I think new skin, TM trademark, or was it new? I don't remember what it was. But either way, it's consumed in the process.
Yay.
Aurelio, you're healed for 4 health, and you are awake.
For healthies.
You're awake and cold, and there's a slumped owl bear directly ahead of you, 15 feet.
I just look at it and go, man, I call that pelt.
Only you would make a joke right after almost dying.
I wasn't joking.
You watch Abram as he swipes away. He like flicks his sword, scattering blood across the snow, and the rest is boiling off the surface of his sword.
Sweet sword.
Hi.
Sorry.
She motions to the snowmobile. I guess I arrived at the right time, huh?
God, there's 2
Oh,
Nicks.
dude, you got it.
Yeah.
Guys, if Nyx is over there, then who
That's
is?
what I was
Then
wondering. I was
who's
like, why
this?
are there 2 Nixes? No one
Fucking
responded.
scared.
I was like, why are there 2? And no one, everyone's silent. I was like, okay.
The dark,
Yeah,
the dark
and you were like-
silhouette disappears into the mist.
And you were like, you guys are both on the same side of the bear, and I was like,
I did not know that.
We are, aren't we?
Nyx
I
was-
asked if it was okay.
I
because
put
of
you on
where
the
I put my
board.
thing.
I did
I
not
didn't
see
realize
it.
you did.
Well, don't worry, mistakes are
I'm
made.
haunted. Alright,
Okay.
It didn't
anyway,
matter.
it all worked out.
Okay,
It
you
all
I got
guys.
to
worked
taste my
out
blood,
in the
Aurelio
end.
didn't die, and we got a snowmobile. Alright. So.
I thought 100% that Nix was just gonna crash that snowmobile into the back of the owlbear.
I was going to, but I also wanted to do that cool like drift.
Oh my,
Yeah.
you would have
Okay.
done so much more damage crashing the snowmobile, but I understand the drum.
Oh my
I
god,
mean-
and then we would have lost the snowmobile.
Potentially.
Well, you guys, what you didn't realize was that as soon as she started to drift, the Deja Vu song started
Oh
playing.
god. Alright, we're not doing
It
this.
gave you power.
Alright, yeah, we're not doing
Wait,
it. Shh. Stop. Nix, seriously. We are back on, and you are in the middle of the fucking woods.
Yes. Get on the
Oh,
snowmobile. We're going north.
all right, where did are her footprints still in the thing?
Yeah, you can still see them, and there's also a brook heading up to the northeast.
But the tree made a path, right?
Yeah, actually, you just skid right across the fucking water on your way.
Yeah.
You passed the river. That's
Oh.
done. You have surmounted that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Let's go.
the owlbear was
Yes.
what was on the other side. All right, Aurelio, you're not looking great, but at the very
Yeah, I'm gonna
least,
take a moment to do the 1d8 hit die heal.
that would require you guys to take a short rest.
We don't
I
have
mean,
time
all
for
I'm
that.
doing is driving.
I thought you had that as like a.
Not anymore. Not since
Okay.
level 3. That was just you have no cleric, no healer, so that was my way of getting you guys from level 1 to level 3 without dying. But now you guys have your signature abilities and the potential to buy healing items. So I'm
Which, by the way, I do have I guess this is a gambit, quote unquote, wound treatment. But I'm kind of hoping we won't have to use it. What's your health again, Aurelio?
4,
out of
I'm at 5.
17.
okay. Aurelio's at like 30% health right now. 25.
And I'm at 5 out of 22, so
Okay.
we're both not looking too hot.
Yeah.
If you guys choose,
Let's just not get into a fight.
that's a
just keep
potential.
going.
You know that could happen.
Yeah.
Your 3 ways of healing is someone heals you with a gambit designed for healing. You take a short rest, or you take a long rest.
Okay, and we literally.
We don't have
I'm,
time.
I'm not gonna use my thing, and we don't have time to rest, so let's ride.
Okay, you guys are.
And just
you're-
not run into another legendary
You're
creature.
following the trails north as you leave the dead owlbear behind, bleeding out on the ground. You are making a significant faster pace now that you are on the engines of the motorbike. You speed through. In the process, you're leaving your own strange trail, and the snow is picking up. The storm is getting a bit stronger, and the blizzard is not insignificant anymore. Passive perceptions are pretty high. In the far distance, to the far right, to the east, to the northeast, roughly, reflected off the clouds above, just like a haze in the distance, you see lights, strong and powerful, and a blinking red.
Okay.
The trail continues northward.
Consistent blinking or like weird blinking.
Consistent, repeating blinking. Very slow, very like bing, bing,
Okay.
bing. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
yeah, very just strong lights, very consistent. Nothing, no flashing, not a wildfire or something like that. You guys continue to follow the trail forward, but these lights are now a permanent fixture in your vision, off in the distance. And eventually you head forward, and you make a dexterity saving throw. All 3 of you.
Oh, okay.
Gonna keep an eye on the time.
Whoop.
About 20 minutes.
Whoops. Ignore that. Wrong time.
Abram, are you the first to roll? Aurelio, is that your roll?
Aurelio 16.
Okay, 16. Abram, 12. Nix, you gotta roll a dexterity saving throw.
Sorry.
Come on, girl, you gotta keep on.
Ah!
Okay, cool. How hard would this be? Yeah, I guess you guys are looking forward intently into the darkness, trying to see where this woman could have gone, and very, like, the faintest possible view of luckily you have light, you have a headlight on your motorized vehicle, And directly ahead, just hanging suspended in the air, you see a thin, silvery white line drawn tight at roughly waist level. Nix, what do you do?
Nix is going. As driver, Nix is going. How long does the wire go across?
It's also you have literally milliseconds to respond. You have within a second because you are flying towards this floating wire.
I'm gonna reach down and have my my dagger like blade out, ready to like slice this thing.
It looks like a metal cable. I'm gonna, if it was a rope, I'd just say you do it, but I'm gonna make you make an attack action if you're gonna try and cut through it.
I mean, at the velocity that we're traveling.
Yeah, and the thing is that if you'll either cut through it or you won't, and that dagger now becomes a part of the obstacle.
How thick is it?
It looks to be about like a half an inch thick, 3/4. It's a relatively. It's not like meant to bisect your bodies. It's actually pretty thick.
Okay, you mean thin?
No.
If it's not supposed to bisect our bodies.
It's not very thin. Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Okay. You've rolled dexterity saving throw. You've already succeeded. I'm asking you how you succeed. I just don't think that with a knife is the correct answer.
Wait, is there almost a ramp of snow?
Okay, so you swerve to a stop on the motorized bike.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but you spent 2 minutes trying to figure this out.
Fine, I swerve to a stop.
Okay, you swerve to a stop, and directly you stop directly before this cable suspended in the air. Luckily, you are not lifted off the bike by this trap that has been laid before you.
Right. How far does this wire stretch?
You cannot see the end of it. It goes left and right into the fog, which you've got like 30 feet of vision.
I'm gonna examine to see if it's one of those like trip wires that makes a dangerous thing come out of the air.
Okay. How do you do that?
I'm gonna step over it.
It's like chest height.
I'm gonna crawl under it.
Nice.
And I'm gonna check along, like, because I'm assuming that there are a bunch of trees, and I'm gonna look to see if there's like any trigger.
Okay.
There's like a trigger.
You follow it to the left, to the west, towards into the fog a little ways, and after disappearing to the fog, only about 30 feet, you see that it is tied to a tree on this end. There's no machine, there's no like explosive or anything. It's just a regular old-fashioned knot that is connecting it to the tree. It doesn't.
Untying it.
Okay, you untie it, and then it falls to the ground.
All right. So, and then she goes back over, gets back on the bike,
and then you see figures in the distance.
Right. Do we book it? Do we stay? What do we do?
Where did the guys go?
What?
What?
Can you repeat that, Aurelia?
The girl that we're following? Where do the tracks go?
They are not at the end of the tracks. The north is where the tracks go.
And we book it.
Yeah, let's keep going then.
This is not that. You see figures to your east, to the right on this map.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm saying we book it towards where the footprints that we've been following are going.
And away.
Yeah, we're gonna keep following the footprints.
And away from the silhouette that's approaching you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abram, is this a universal collective yes?
I mean, I get it's one person. Like this figure, is it one person or is it multiples?
You only see one person.
How tall?
Human sized, 5'10", 5'9", somewhere around there.
Wait. Let's.
I thought you said figures.
Look at them.
Me too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I meant to say figure.
All right. Can you just like turn the snowmobile and put the headlight on them?
I do.
All
Is
right.
that gonna work?
Standing in the headlight, barely able to be seen through the mist and the snow that's falling down, you see a crouched figure, dressed all in white furs.
Oh, it's one of the people.
And they're holding up their hands to shield their eyes from the headlight.
I'm going to turn off the headlight.
Okay.
Yeah.
You flick it off.
And I'm going to make my way over to them.
All right. As you three approach, this figure recoils. And also as you approach, behind them, 25 feet, you see two more figures.
Nick says,
What?
we mean no harm.
What are you doing here?
We're looking for a lost villager. She made her way into the woods.
No one
and
comes
we
out
need
this northward.
I know, and it's strange. Hence why we're looking for her.
You three. You felled the owlbear.
Yes.
That was our quarry.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it attacked us first. We didn't go after it.
It was merely defensive. It's still over there.
You can have it.
Ugh. He turns back to the people behind him and yells something in a language that you don't understand.
It's not Kilpie?
Nope. And then he turns back towards you and he steps closer and you see that it's a young-looking man. He's got very pale skin, but it's a different shade than the people who are in the town. He's got very furry eyebrows and significant facial hair, and he's got very sharp features. He's wearing a pelt over his back that gives him a little bit added bulk compared to how big he actually looks. His fingers terminate in long, pointed, fingernail-like things. He's got what looks to be something on his back that looks similar to a bow.
Yeah.
As he talks, you look inside and he's got these very sharp fangs and molars.
You can have the owl bear. We left it pretty much undisturbed.
This person. Who are they?
They are the daughter of the guild master of the.
You don't like them?
Excuse me?
This is our place.
She wandered off. We're merely trying to look for her.
Fine then. We saw her pass through not more than an hour ago towards the mountain.
Towards the mountain?
Keep her away from there.
Why didn't you stop her?
The beast. The animals have grown agitated. We needed to drop it before it could get any farther away from our territory and harm someone else. We are fortunate that it ignored her. This trap was for the bear, in case it came after the woman you seek.
I'm sorry for disabling it. You just need to untie it, or you just need to retie it. We'll be on our way then, and we'll be out of your hair.
Be quick, and do not disturb the mountain. It is our place.
What does the mountain do?
What does the wind do? What do you mean?
I mean, what's the mountain? No, I'm not being a fool. I'm asking, the mountain's such a sacred place to you. I get it, I understand that, but
it is the place of our forebears. It is our territory. It is all we have left as people expand outwards.
Anything, special about it that we should know? It's not going to try to kill us or anything?
It will not harm you as long as you do not harm it. What is your purpose with our sacred place?
Well, I just thinking the girl probably went there after reading about it in some books. So if there's anything that we should know, you should probably tell us.
The man looks back at his other cohort, and they exchange a strange look. A worried look.
Alright, see, that's the kind of worried look that you should keep, clue us in on before we get killed. I already got almost killed once today by an owlbear. I really don't need any other more troubles.
We do not need you or your crew looking around our place.
Okay, see, now you're just making it a little bit more
Aurelia, let's just go.
Aurelia, you want to try and roll persuasion?
I'm not. Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, you also have
These
to
guys are acting suspicious. So I'm gonna say, you know what? I think you guys are hiding something, and I don't feel like dying, and I don't feel like my friend's dying today, and I don't feel like an innocent bystander dying today. So you're gonna tell me what's going on with this mountain.
roll persuasion.
Time.
Oh. You just got it.
Yeah.
He looks back at his other person, and she steps forward, and it's a young woman with black hair tight back in a braid, but also beneath a mountain of furs and cloth. And on her back appears to be another bow as well. And they don't look similar to the people that you found in the towns. We must tell them. And then the other man looked forward at you again, and with a very disappointed look on his face, like a mixture of anger and contempt. And the beasts, they've grown agitated. It is by something in the mountain. The ice, it's melted. Perhaps you enjoy the warmth, but they do not. A spring and a brook have formed where once there was none.
When did the melting start?
No more than a few days ago.
Anything unusual happened before it started?
Yes, indeed. A signal, a message in our minds. It is an ill omen.
What did the
Ultimate
message
power?
say?
It tempted it with power.
Yeah.
Only I heard it within our group.
What was the message?
Something about the fading of the light and ultimate power that came with it. It interests me none.
Seek ultimate power at Light's End.
If that is what you infer from it, then yes.
That's the message we heard.
I see no reason it would be any different. They are one and the same.
What is your name?
My name is Gregor. He looks at you when you laugh at his name. And he looks like distaste.
I don't actually laugh. This is me laughing.
Good.
This is
Really
Claire.
laugh.
He squints at you with furrowed, fluffy eyebrows.
No, it's
And very
Claire laughing.
gray, icy looking eyes.
Oh, come on. You should know why I laugh at the name better.
Anyway, we'll be happy to remove this woman from your territory. We just need perhaps help.
He raises an eyebrow at you. Continue.
No, that's it. If he wants us to get the fuck out, he needs to help us get the fuck out after we get our
All right, roll persuasion.
target. Let me see.
This is a
Nick.
open-ended call to arms, so it's just going to be up to the dice.
Do you know the path of least resistance to get closer to the mountain? It would only make sense that she would take such a path if she found it.
Fine, I will show you. But you take her and go as soon as you can.
You have my word.
Very well. Follow. And he begins walking in his, timberwood snowshoes across the snow with the two people, his two friends, following closely behind him, northward into the steadily growing storm.
Nyx is going to take the snowmobile.
Okay.
But go very slowly.
And as you do, I believe it's 9 p.m., and I think that that's what we're going to call it.
All right.
Alrighty.
Good luck in the snow.